So this project involved, the primary approach was looking in detail at a bunch of beaches around Windsor, Essex, to examine what was driving the variation in the bacterial communities at some of our area beaches. And we found some fascinating things, and it was mostly reassuring. And that is, our beaches, when they close them, it's with good reason. When there was high E. coli based on culture, we also detected it using the molecular genetic approach. The other thing that was comforting, when we were looking at these beaches in detail, we didn't find any really scary pathogens. Those are bacteria that make people sick. There were some pathogens there, and we're still looking to find out how prevalent they are or how likely they are to make people sick, but generally speaking, it's safe. One of the interesting things, though, is we found that the E. coli test that's used to test the beach water for safety will actually be triggered by goose fecal contamination. It doesn't have to be human. Our assay will actually tell the difference between the two, so maybe if this assay is used more widely, the beaches won't be closed quite as much. Basically, we wanted to be at hundreds of places at once, and we knew we couldn't do it with our research team, so we brought in Windsor, Essex citizen scientists who are willing to be trained and get a kit and go out and sample water all over the county and bring it back for us to do the assay on to find out what the microbial community was. The preliminary results of that indicate that our water is in pretty good shape. At least for that one Saturday morning, the overall water quality was good. Lake St. Clair looked to be a little more contaminated than Lake Erie, and we found a bit of a E. coli hotspot in Detroit River, but that may be all the geese that are on the shores of the Detroit River. So we're still exploring all of this data, and we plan to post the citizen science data results as soon as we're confident of the outcome, because we don't want to scare anybody by saying they've got something nasty in the water near them unless we're sure it's really there.